Well, my hunt for survey pins continues, and one of the things that is very critical to finding survey pins is using an accurate compass and understanding if that compass is off a little bit, how much it's off, and also what the magnetic declination is for the area that you're looking for the survey pins. And so I'm going to show you how you can check how accurate your compass is and what the magnetic declination is by using telephone poles. So what we have here is a line of telephone poles that, for at least as far as I can see, are in a very straight line. And what I'm going to do is take several compass readings, going from sweeping from the left to the right, right to the left, and then comparing them to the results that I see on Google Earth, where I can actually have the Google Earth program tell me what the exact compass heading is for this. So what I'll do is I'll sight my compass on either side of the telephone poles and get an idea, take several readings, and then we'll compare it to Google Earth to see how accurate I was. So if you can see here, as I move left and right, I can see forward that these telephone poles are aligned at the bottoms. Now they do lean left or right a little bit, but if I look to the bottom, they're pretty much in a straight line. The telephone poles pretty much at their bases line up. Now they are leaning left and right a bit, but as I go back and forth, I'll be able to take compass readings along that, and I'll do it looking through the eyepiece to get a more accurate view. But it looks like it's about 64 or 63 degrees. So this is the first telephone pole that's kind of in a row of a good maybe 1,000 feet of telephone poles. So what I'll do is I'll just call out readings, taking them, sweeping from this side to here, and then from this side over, and then we'll check them against Google Earth back in the office. So going from this side, get a little closer to the telephone pole so I know where it is. So 63. Hold it a little steadier. Maybe 62 and a half. You gotta hold it very level, 62 and a half. Go kind of over from this side, feeling where the telephone pole is with my shoe. $63. Do it again. Maybe 62 and a half, maybe 63. And this is the interesting part is, you know, this compass is supposed to be accurate to a half a degree, but I'll tell you what, just in terms of holding it, it's hard to hold it steady to half a degree. So let's check the results against Google Earth.
And we're going to be using a Windows PC in this example, but you can do this on your Macintosh also. I'm guessing, since it's a Google app, maybe you can do this on a Android tablet, but I don't know that for sure. But this is definitely Google Earth on a PC. This is different than just using Google Maps via the web browser. This is actually an application that we will download onto the computer. And so if you just open up a browser and search for Google Earth PC app, you'll get the Google Earth download link. And if you click on that, you can just come through this and agree to the download and get this. So well, here they've got it right here. Google Earth is available for PC, Mac, or Linux. So whatever you're using, at least it'll work for that. So agree to the download and install the application. You can navigate to someplace close to your home or your place of work where you've been able to identify on the ground some telephone poles that go in a straight line. And so what I did ahead of time, just to make it a little bit easier, is zooming in and zooming out, making sure that I could get a line that is very close to the very bottom edge of the telephone poles, the things that we know are the straight line. If I did the tops, it would not necessarily be straight because these telephone poles leaned left and right. And so the tool we're going to use is there is a measurement tool up here in the toolbar that is going to allow us to get compass headings. And so if we click on that ruler, we get a little tool that comes up, and I'm going to trace basically over this line, and by doing that we get compass headings. Just a hair off the line at that bottom edge, just to use it as an example to show you that I'm as close to it as possible but near it. And you can see here that as I move the line a little bit off the telephone pole, it's changing a half a degree, 1 degree. So you really have to do very accurate readings. And once I get as close to this as I can, I'll just click, and now I've locked in this reading. And this might be a little hard to see on the screen. I'll zoom it in and edit just to zoom in and make sure you can read this, but we did a measurement that was a little over 1,000 feet, and it reads 56.88 degrees. Now, if you recall from the previous part of the video, we were getting readings like 62 and a half to 63, and that doesn't make any sense. We're showing 56 here, right? And so this gets back to our magnetic declination that I talked about in one of the previous videos. The true magnetic north moves, and you need to know what the correction amount is. And for my address here where these telephone poles are, that correction is 5.5 degrees. So we would take the 5.5 degrees and add it onto this, right? So 56.88 in this case, plus 5.5 gets us to 62 and 3.38. So right there we know, okay, my compass is pretty accurate. We looked through the lens and we saw 62.5 to 63. So what does that tell me? Well, the pure math of it is that 62.38 is what I should have read on my compass with my 5.5 degrees of magnetic declination. But I didn't quite get that right. I was getting 62.5 to 63, but that is within the accuracy of the compass, right? The compass itself is only accurate to plus or minus a half of a degree. So we have a pretty accurate compass here. It might read a little bit low, which means I probably, when I'm out in the field, I probably need to add 6 degrees. That'll help take into account the magnetic declination and the little bit of inaccuracy of my personal compass. So each one is a little bit wrong, right? So to make the math easy, when I'm searching for my property pins and things like that, if the compass heading calls for 50 degrees, I'm going to look for a reading through the lens of 56 degrees. That half 5.5 of magnetic declination plus about half a degree of inaccuracy of my own compass. Now, as you saw when I was looking through the viewfinder, it's pretty hard to hold the compass steady anyways. So realistically, if you're not using a tripod, you're using this highly accurate compass like I have, if you're holding it by hand, you're going to lose plus or minus a half a degree probably just in your own ability to hold the compass steady. So keep that in mind as you're searching for property pins. I hope this helps you check the accuracy of your compass and help you learn a little bit more about magnetic declination. Again, turns out my compass, pretty accurate. I take into account magnetic declination. It's well within the accuracy of this compass of half a degree. I hope that helps. If you have questions about checking the accuracy of your compass, let me know in the comments. And as always, there are associate links to any of the things that we use in any of the videos and other previous videos that we've shot. And we truly appreciate your support by you subscribing. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you on the next video.